What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Room of Wrexham. This is episode number 13, and we are in what I would say is the crucial couple of episodes for this season one and what we want to achieve and what we will achieve. In the last episode, we played around with potentially changing the formation. We dipped our toes into a 4-3-3 into a couple of the games, starting with the cup win against Barnsley. Yes, it was on penalties, but it still felt we still felt I felt good in the game considering we were playing higher opposition as well. And then we tested the waters with that formation in the league with our strong team. And yes, we drew with Swindon and they had 10 men, but overall I think there was positive signs, and I felt like we had good options down the wings. We were a bit exposed at the back, but I think that's something we can definitely work on, potentially dropping the CDM a bit further back. But overall, I'm quite happy with the formation, and I think I'm going to stick with it. If we can bring in the right personnel, one or two signings, and this team will be good to go, I think, for a playoff push at the very least, which I think I'm going to have to achieve if I want to keep my job, because the board want me to win the league, and that I don't think is going to happen. So we're going to have to try and keep them as happy as we can. Anyway, heading into this game, the first game of today's episode is Morecambe, the side who have just 2 league wins all season. Low on confidence, low on form, and that could be shown early doors as we carry on running the 4-3-3 formation. Stephen Davis grabbed his first goal for the club just a couple minutes in. A ball fed through from Elliot Lee, and then those roles would reverse as Davis would set up Lee just 7 minutes in, and we would have a 2-0 lead. Morecambe would half the deficit. A disappointing goal from Leighton's point of view to concede, but we would go back down the other end and restore our 2 goal lead as Paul Mullin would make it 3-1. And then the striker would be denied just before the half an hour mark, but he would grab his second and our fourth of the game as Mendy gets his second assist of the half, a second assist for Paul Mullin as well, and we lead 4-1. Just before half time, though, Morecambe have a corner saved by Leighton, and then it gets recycled back in before they would convert. A good finish here, but again, disappointing to concede 2 goals going into half time. We would be deep into injury time in the first half. How many times do we see a goal scored in this time? And we would again. Elliot Lee grabbing his brace after good work from George Evans on the box. He nearly got bodied by a man, and well, the defender actually came out worse. And we would go on and play some nice tiki-taka football and lead 5-2 going into the break. This game, I mean, I know that we were playing lesser opposition who were in awful form, but again, the 4-3-3 felt good. It felt we had a good flow about us. We've been struggling to score goals. I can't remember the last time we scored more than twice, more than 3 times. And now we've got 5 and now 6 goals in this game. It just feels free flowing. Yes, we feel open at the back, but I think that's something that we can touch up on as well. I'd rather we were scoring goals and conceding than just conceding. You know what I mean. So yeah, we have been keeping a lot of clean sheets recently, but also not scoring a lot of goals. Anyway, we would make wholesale changes as the game would be wrapped up. Ollie Palmer coming on, and good work from him actually. He set up Elliot Lee, whose first shot rifled off the bar, but then he gets his own rebound, heads it in, and Elliot Lee would get his hat trick, his first hat trick for Wrexham, and that would be his 11th league goal of the season. So his 9th, 10th, and 11th league goals scored today. He's been class again. He's been a really good outlet for goals. And again, he hit that target today. There was a great tackle as well in there from Hayden. A great slide and block after the keeper was beat. This was at 5-2, so it just stopped the Morecambe getting any sort of momentum. But Hayden, I've been really impressed with him since he's come into the team. I think he's been solid. Him and Matthews, now that we've dropped a centre-back and we're at 4 at the back, those two, Matthews and Hayden, have been a class, and they've taken those positions on hold. Well, anyway, we would win that game 6-3. Morecambe getting a late goal, and yeah, a 9-goal thriller to start off the episode. Not bad at all. As Nathan Lloyd's move to Barnsley is confirmed a short loan deal. He goes to Oakwell and moves up a division as well, so hopefully he gets some good game time, and we'll see him in the next season. I just think with that formation, I think if we can bring in a right winger for sure, maybe a left winger, although James McLean's doing all right there, we could be good to go. And also, Davis hasn't shown any signs of wanting to leave. Obviously, he said earlier in the season, before the January transfer window, he wanted to go because he hasn't been getting game time. We've been starting him pretty much every game since then, mainly because of Balaba's injury, but he now seems content, so that's very, very good because his experience and his influence will be massive on this team for the rest of the season. Don't want to be losing him. Anyway, going into the second game of the episode, and we are turning our attention to EFL Trophy once again. Portsmouth, who are in League One, they're sixth at the moment in League One, so pushing for promotion back to the Championship. They're unbeaten in real life as well, so mad props to Portsmouth. They're having a great start to their season, although they have pushed for promotion quite a few times in recent years and haven't failed to do it. So I hope they go up, man. They're such an old school Prem team in my eyes. You know, I remember the sort of like the 07, 08, 09 period where they had like Redknapp in charge. They had Crouch and Defoe up top, Pedro Mendes, Sol Campbell, David James. They won the FA Cup. I remember that time, you know, of Portsmouth, and you know, I feel like Fratton Park's such a old school stadium as well. It's a classic. So I personally would love seeing Portsmouth back up there in the Championship at least, if not the Prem. But yeah, props to them. They're doing well in real life. In the game, they're pushing for promotion as well. And but you wouldn't be able to tell that one of these teams would be in League One and one of these teams would be in League Two, as we dominated the early stages of this game and took a 1-0 lead, a deserved 1-0 lead as well. Mendy to Fletcher to Young, and a really nice composed finish. First time just lets the ball roll across his body and he finesses it into the far corner. The lead wouldn't last long though. Portsmouth would equalise just a few minutes later, and then we would head into the break. Even Stevens. We made a lot of changes as we do for the EFL Trophy. Our focus is the league. So I think we made 10 changes. Only Mendy kept his position at left back, and that's because I needed to rotate. Obviously, I normally rotate him with James McLean, but now McLean is playing left wing. We have to find a way to rotate that. So McCallendon, oh god, I always mess up his name. He came in at left wing for a half, and then left back up for a half, as this game would go the distance. Just like the last round against Barnsley, where we went to penalties, we will go to spot kicks to see if we can secure our place in the fourth round of the EFL Trophy. Do you know what? I said it again after the Barnsley game, and I'll say it again after this game. No matter what happens here, I'm very happy with how the team played. I am seeing very positive things from the 4-3-3. I'm feeling very good. So going into the spot kits, yes, it would be nice to go through, but if we don't, it's not the end of the world. We can just then focus on the league. Well, both teams would score their first goals before Portsmouth would score their second. Mark Howard in the net. Obviously, we had Lloyd in goal. Obviously, we had Okonkwo in goal against Barnsley, but he has since been recalled to Arsenal. So Mark Howard between the sticks. And, well, we are 5 for 5 now. Portsmouth 3-2 up in the spot kicks. James McLean, what can the veteran do? He sends the keeper the wrong way, but it crashes off the post. Wrexham blink first, and Portsmouth take another step closer to going through. They are 4-2 up, and Young has to score here to keep Wrexham's EFL Trophy hopes alive. Can the midfielder convert? Yes, he can. A lot of top corner penalties, and I think I touched on it last episode, but if a keeper dives the right way, it doesn't guarantee them saving it, which I think it did in previous games. So I'm happy that is the case as well, because it makes it a lot more interesting. It's not just like, oh, I dived the right way, so it's an automatic save. Mark Howard would save Portsmouth's chance to go through. A shot that went straight down the middle, a really poor effort. And now it's up to Jones, the midfielder, to bring us level, and we are level and heading into sudden death. 4-4. What can Devlin do here for Portsmouth? He sends Mark Howard the wrong way, and Portsmouth once again are a spot kick away. McCallendon, we just touched on how he was playing left wing, now he's playing left back. He's been quite versatile. Can he keep Wrexham in the tie here? Yes, he can. Sends it top corner, what a finish. Sparks for Portsmouth. He scores. Well, they've honestly been clinical with these spot kicks, man. Only the one hiccup. We've had the one hiccup as well, but they just don't look like missing, you know. And the pressure's on again. Ford, he scored the winner against Barnsley in the last round to knock them out. Can he score to keep us in the tie? No, he can't. His shot is saved. Schofield, the hero. Portsmouth are through just about, and we are out of the EFL Trophy. like I said, not the worst result in the world. I'm not upset. The performance was really good. Yes, it means that we probably won't win a trophy this year, but it means that we can focus fully on the league, having everyone fit constantly for every league game. Because as you can see, the team morale there, the team are content. They're not over the moon, and I think that's the same. The same could be said with the board. Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, they wanted a title. As unrealistic as it is, I have to try and succeed in some way. And even though surviving and finish mid-table for a newly promoted side would be a successful season, it is not in their eyes. This is a different side. This is Hollywood. I keep saying it, but this is Hollywood. Everyone's watching now, so they need bigger things from us. And I want to try and get to the playoffs. That is my aim. Anyway, some admin to sort out before we head into the final game. French side, Troyes bid for Mullins, who sorry, for Paul Mullin, who we rejected the bids. Paul Mullin isn't going anywhere for now. Like I have said, if we get to September and I haven't been promoted, I might have to listen to offers, but I won't be listening to offers from French sides. That is an unrealistic move. And then Ryan Morris, we convert him to a right wing, and he's now up to 60 rated. He was a cam before, but I think he suits that right wing role. And now we are going into that 4-3-3 formation. I need a right wing, and we don't have one, so Morris is filling in, and he will start this game, his first career start, by the way, as we head into the third and final game. And it is Wimbledon at home. They are struggling at the moment, 19th, only 4 wins this season, but they have 17 draws. 17 draws, we were one of them. We drew with the Dons earlier in the season. We were 2-0 up against them, and they came back to draw 2-2. A frustrating afternoon in London that was. Well, it would be a perfect start here at the racecourse. 7 minutes in, and Ryan Morris, well, first career start, first career goal for the youngster. Absolutely loved that. Great ball in from Elliot Lee after Stephen Davis was hacked down. I'm not sure how that wasn't a red card. Great ball in from Elliot Lee, and Ryan Morris grabs his first senior goal to give us an early 1-0 lead, and we would be on top in this game. Morris involved again, finding Paul Mullen, and the league top scorer makes it 19 goals in the league campaign. He is flying right now, Paul Mullen, and Ryan Morris has a goal and an assist to mark his first senior start. Well, on the stroke of halftime, we had a chance to make it 3-0 and kill the game, but Elliot Lee's finesse shot is well saved. Before heading to the second half, Wimbledon came out on top, I'll be honest. It's almost like we settled for the 2-0, not consciously. I wanted to push for the win, and, well, we were winning, but I wanted to push for more goals and to really see this game through. But credit to Wimbledon, because they didn't give up. They were very relentless, and in the second half, they were creating loads of chances. But with 20 minutes to go, we made a whole host of changes, tried to keep the team fresh in the last 20 minutes, trying to see this game through. But with 13 minutes to go, Wimbledon cross it in. It's a mistake from Matthews, actually, the academy graduate. Wimbledon get on the ball and they half the deficit. And this is going to be a nervy last 10 minutes. We're going into the last couple. Wimbledon pressing, looking for the equaliser. It's Little. He drives into the box. Oh, God, it's deja vu. We were 2-0 up against Wimbledon earlier in the season. They came back to draw with us 2-2. And it's happened again. That is heartbreaking. But you can't say it's undeserved. Honestly, on the balance of play, Wimbledon in the second half were fantastic. They were all over us. They didn't give up. They were resilient. And they bagged their 2 goals. And you can see why they've drawn 17, well, now 18 games of their 28. Because they start, even if they start slow, they will end fast. And if they start fast, they will end slow. They were brilliant in that second half. I really couldn't contain them at all. I thought after our 2-0 lead, early doors, we would see this game through and it'd be easy. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and it is another 2 points dropped, and it's worrying times. We are dropping points left, right, and centre against teams that we should be beating. We were given quite a fortunate run where we played lower opposition, which made it easier to convert to the 4-3-3 because we were playing teams that we should be beating. Unfortunately, we're not winning these games. We battered Morecambe in the first game of the episode, but we've drawn with Wimbledon there. And as you can see, we are still 8th, 3 points behind Colchester. So we would have got a point behind them if we won that one. But Colchester still have a game in hand as well. So Frustrating times. We'll see Wimbledon sat in 19th, 18 draws from 28 games. That is crazy. But anyway, that will be the end of today's episode 13. I hope you're enjoying the series. Again, if you've got any transfer recommendations, let us know. And oh, we've got an email here, and wow. Okay, Man United have come in for Dylan Matthews, our star centre back. Wow. Okay, well that is something we're gonna have to deal with in the start of the next episode. Jesus. Right. Well, let me know in the comments what you think I should do about this. I don't want to sell him. He's my star centre back. He's 16 years old. He's only 66 rated, but it's Man United. It's one of the greatest teams in the world. Oh, God. Right. Well, let me know in the comments what you think I should do with this. If there's any players you think I should be signing before the January transfer window shuts. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to drop a sub on the channel if you haven't already. Road to 400 subs. And I'll catch you in episode 14 very soon.